Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here on our single player world. Today we are going to start working a little bit in this area here, and it's not what you think. It's not going on with the villager stuff. I want to take a break from that for one episode and think about what we are doing, and I've got quite a few suggestions about having the villagers pop up around different areas, and we might touch that bit of it this episode, but we're not going to be working with the spawner. In fact, I'm not 100% certain how many villagers we have down there. So it might even have a villager overload down underneath there, and I don't know about it. But that's alright. So what I was saying is we might work a little bit around this area here to get these spawners and, well, the spawn inside the city working, but that's not a big deal. That's just a few smaller things. What I want to do today is coming over here. In fact, it would probably be better off for me to stand where I was standing. Let me just go and stop here again. There we go. And what I was thinking is this little mountain here, we mentioned that we were going to change this one over at some stage to be in line with these here, and eventually that one as well. So what I want to do today is not necessarily do that, despite the fact that I've just mentioned it, but I want to fix it up, clean it up a little bit, just a bit of a trim with all that dirt on it. You can see there's a bunch of dirt, a bunch of odd looking things, just to get it to look a little bit more like rounded, like those ones. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be putting in a watchtower. Now, I know that, like, this is something I'm really excited for. Don't get me wrong. I think this is going to be super awesome, but I don't know whether it'll suit up here or down in that little gap. Regardless, I'm really excited to build a watchtower. So I could put it in that gap there, but I feel like that's, I don't know. I feel like on here is really obnoxious, just having a tower over there. On the gap, I feel is less obnoxious, but we could risk having it not seen, in which case it might not be the worst thing. If we had a tower that's sort of hidden and just looks out over that way, that could still be kind of cool, I think. So I'm gonna weigh up the two options. I feel like the one on top of the hill is a bit too crazy, so I'm probably leaning a bit more that way, if I had to say so. But that's alright, that's not a problem. Now we can go over there, I guess, and I'll show you what we need to get done. So first of all, as you come to this side, you can see that this over here needs a little bit of a bulge over there in that direction. So I might touch that a little bit today, just because it could matter to where we are putting this tower. Then, as I say, look at this. Like, things like this, we don't need this. We get rid of that. You see what I mean? We just got to fix up a few little bits and pieces like that and get the shaping right. And then eventually at one stage, we'll put in the rest of the mountain. But I feel like that won't be today. So we'll get that out the way, we'll get those out the way, and remove the chicken. And, oh, where did this zombie come from? Okay, interesting. Maybe all the way there, but that's a very far way to travel. I'm not 100% certain if that was the case. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Right, so what I want to do now is I want to go and just do a little bit of work on this mountain, as I mentioned before. And what is in this chest? I just have to look. Okay, that stuff. Great. So yeah, as I say, I want to do a little bit of work probably on this side of the mountain and just give this one a little bit of a facelift, if that makes sense. Just a little bit of shaping and get it to be ready for at least to be done at some stage. And then we'll build a bit of a tower. I'm going to say 99% that we are going to be building in that area over there. Alright, so I got a little bit carried away, but not too much, I think. And I've got this mountain in here. Very rough, I understand, but it's better than it was before, and I think it's good for us to work on. I actually didn't do too much on this one here, surprisingly, but that's not to worry. We'll get to that at some stage. So we are ready to build that watchtower, but I want to quickly show you a little bit of a project that I've had going for a while, and I've just neglected it a bit, and I've put a little bit of time into it recently. And I'm really excited for it. It's something that we probably will do off camera mostly, but I'll give you an update on how it goes. So we have got ourselves a mob farm around this way here. Let's just hold up with all this nether lag. Come on. Laggy. And let's see if I can get there a bit quicker. Okay, fair enough. I don't actually know what happened, but that's cool. We made it. We made it. And what I'm showing you here is our mob farm that we made quite a while ago, and if you guys aren't too familiar with it, go back about, I'd say 25 episodes, or somewhere around there from where we are right now. Maybe even more, to be honest, but we've got this mob farm, and it works pretty well. In fact, ridiculously well. So well that the items that we have fill up his chests too quickly. So what I've done, and this has been the big thing that I've been doing, is removing all the water in underneath here so that we can put in a massive storage system. This is not massive storage system, by the way. And what I want to do is I want to make a few different streams to get all these items, because this thing is actually not fast enough to keep up with a hopper. It's too fast to keep up with the hopper, sorry. And we need to be able to split this up to put it through a few different hoppers to get a few things to be able to collect the items. So I'm going to do that, not today, but at some stage I'm going to do it. And we're going to see just how much we can fill up of this before we move on to our next world. And obviously there'll be a lot of AFKing, but I just want to see if we can get a absolute ridiculous amount of mob drops. In fact, anyone who downloads this world next should have no need, oh, I thought this was on the other side, shouldn't have any need to wait around this mob farm for anything. They should just come here, collect whatever they want, bone block, any gunpowder, zombie flesh, for whatever reason, if you wanted rotten flesh. That is all going to be here. Like, pretty much everything that you'll need. Sticks. Just a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to do now, by the way, is I'm going to go around to the place where we're going to build our watchtower, and I'm going to get a bit of a base sorted out there. I think that's going to be the way to start this off. And it's not going to be, what? That is awesome. Let's check if we can keep, oh, we couldn't keep it going. It wasn't quick enough. But yeah, this is the idea at least, and let's just wait for that to load in. Okay, great. Perfect. And my thought is that when I do come here with this, do I have cobblestone? I do have some. Perfect. And that'll be good for the base. So I was thinking what I can do is, because I know that this is going to eventually come and cut down here a little bit, I want to build this up a little like that, and then we'll have ourselves our base of this thing. And I'm thinking, what are we doing here? 1, 2, 3. Let's go 5, 4, 5. 1 in, and then we'll go 5 here again. So we'll just put those two offhand like that and like that. And might I just take a second to remind you guys that planning is the most important part of this. So just counting these things out is going to help us so much in the future to make sure we don't mess up anything at all. Well, we'll mess up stuff, but reduce the amount of stuff messed up. So there we go. And now we can also see, not only does it help us with that, it also helps us to see if this is too big or big enough. But I feel like this is going to be quite a good size. Let's just take a step back. Yeah, that'll be good. Now what I want to do is I want to put in a few of these just to make it look like it's been built into the mountain like that. And a few like this. Let's do this again. Like that. And I think we should have a good shape leading up to this base over here at least, which we can also then put in some andesite and some half slabs and get it to look like it's a built-in thing. There we go. Perfect. All right. So what I need to do after this is take a step back, make sure that it's looking good, but that's probably going to be the case. If not, I can always just do a little bit more work and stuff like that. And then we're going to go into building this tower. And the reason I think this tower is going to be really cool is because it's a snowy biome. Like, it's a snowy mountain like that we're building this on. So I feel like we can do a lot with that in this build, and I think that'll make this tower very different from all the towers that we've built before. And I hope it is going to be the case, because I'm pretty excited for this. Let's just look back. Let's look over our shoulder. Yeah, look at that. That's going to fit in really, really well. It's going to be really awesome. And then also, when we do eventually move this mountain over a little bit, finish up that side, we can get that to fit in with it, and I think that will work very well. So I'm going to go and collect a few things now that I think will be good for this. So we're going to use a different bit of a different block palette to what we normally use. There's a lot of similar things, but a lot of different things as well. And then I'll be back. All right, so here's a bit of an update. What I've done, and you can see the tower over there, and I'll explain to you what my thought process is when I built that big platform we've just built, I was like, you know what, this thing's going to be huge. We're going to have this massive mountain. We're going to have to keep up with it. But when I ended up like building the actual base of it and then going up a little bit, I realized very soon that this tower was going to look so huge that it was going to dwarf the mountain, and the mountain was going to look like a little small baby mountain. And we don't want that. We don't want a baby mountain. We want a large looking mountain. And what I've decided to do is use the art of perspective to make this thing, the tower that is, look a little bit smaller. Let me just plug up these holes that I've just created here. look, make this tower very, very small so that it makes the mountain look a lot larger than what it actually is. So you saw how small it is now that we were just there, and let's go stop over here. And you can see it doesn't look all that small compared to the mountain right now. And that's just a little bit of a trick, I think, to be able to make it look like it's a bit larger than what it actually is. And let's just quickly get rid of the night here. But another thing, remember how I said I wasn't 100% certain on what we were going to be doing, like what the different materials are that we were going to use and the style that we're going to use for this? And I think I found somewhat different style, but I feel like it could work still as a little bit of an outpost looking out there. Look at that. So I'll show you actually up close. Why are we standing all the way back here? Up close, I've just gone with a very simple, but it looks a lot more shapely design, because I had a problem, which was with this small, what is that? Oh, it's it's the villager opening doors. With this small 5x5 area that I've got to work here, to make this thing look round is very, very difficult, because of course on these ones here, they look a little bit more round, because you've got a lot more blocks to use, like that one there, a lot more blocks to use. Whereas, actually, that one there is a very square-looking one over here, but it just didn't get that shape very easily, and I think I finally worked out how to do it, and that was by breaking in that over there, and also creating a bit of depth while doing that, because that would have been the next issue with such a small build, is getting the depth in there. But now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put a bit of a platform in here, but I have to still work out whether I want to go one more up, and that would be me going up another one of these, like another level up. Like that, and then going along and adding in the rest of the stuff. But overall, this tower is not going to be a functional one, let me tell you that. It's not meant to be functional, it's meant to be purely decorative, and I think we will get it to look purely decorative to the city, I think. In my opinion, I think this will actually look pretty good. But, who knows? Who knows how this thing's going to turn out. And also, it even crossed my mind, which is something that I've got requested so many times in the comments, to build a monument up here. And when I was building this, I was like, man, that could be a really cool looking monument. But I feel like overall, I would like a watchtower, and we can always maybe do a monument as well at some stage further back. But for now, I think that'll be pretty cool. Let's see. That height's good. That height's perfect, I think. And then it also allows us, because you can see how these things are shaping out now, we can just shape it out one more block, put a little bit of a roof on that, and then call that one a completed tower. I think it's going to turn out pretty good. In my opinion, I think this is going to be a very, very good tower. The other thing is, I'm feeling like we might not put a door on it. And the reason for not putting a door on it is it might just ruin the perspective of it, making it look a little bit, like, dwarfy. If that is an explanation for it, I feel like it'll look a little bit too small. So I think that will be the thing we're going to have to do. We're going to have to make sure we don't put a door on it. And if we do, we'll have to put it at the back. In fact, how would I even put a door on this thing? I would have to rip out these two and then put a door in here. Yeah, I don't think that would work at all. So yeah, we definitely won't be putting a door on this thing. And where do these go? Over here, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's quickly try get the shape going and see, because this is a tough part of this. I don't think we're going to make it. No, we're not going to make it. We're going to have to go up here. But this is actually a tough part of building these towers and stuff, is when you get the bottom levels all sorted out, like what I've got done here, then the big issue is getting that to merge in with the top part, because the top part is, oh man, did I really miss that? I've got ender pearls. I can do this. I can do this a lot better. Oh, let's see. Make it. No. All right, we can just go up here and do it. It's frustrating to do this. Let's head on down here. Nailed it. Without face, but that's all right. But what I was saying is, one really tough part is getting this area here to match the rest of it. Because now what's going to happen is, as soon as we go up here, you're going to have this bulging up quite a bit from a distance. And you also have to push this out one block. And that's a bit of a struggle to get it to push out one block without it looking ridiculously massive. So if I do that there, I'll show you what I mean. So doing these in full blocks, if I go out here, it's going to look a little bit odd. And I feel like we might get away with it with this particular build, but let's have a look here. Yeah, we get away with it to some extent, but I feel like I could make that block there a stair block, and that would just make it a little bit more shapely, and I feel that would have a better shape overall to the top, like, bulb of this tower. So head on down there. These villagers are really loud. I just heard one that, yeah. Can you hear that farmer villager? I don't know if it's loud enough in the recording, but there's a farmer villager going crazy with some harvesting there. But let's get rid of that there. And I also want to actually, at some stage, we'll do that next. We'll go check out, before we finish this tower, I want to go check out and see if we've got any villagers down there. I'm so interested. I still don't know. But let's give this one last thing here, and we'll see if we've got the shape right. Then I'll do the upper lookout area, I guess you could call it. I don't know. I like to think of it as a bulb. So we'll do that, and those, and those. Now this is the moment of truth. Have we got this looking right or not? Let's wait. Let's land on top of this one. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. You see what I mean? Like that works. That's not pushing out way too far, and it's got this nice gradual slope to it on each side there, despite the fact that it's completely linear. I think that works pretty well. So I'm gonna go up probably about 2 or 3 blocks. Get a little bit of a roof. The roof's probably going to be the 4th block up, so I'm going to have to think about that. But I feel like this is going to turn out quite well. So I think let's go check out those villages, and then we'll finish this project off. It sounds like there are huge numbers of zombies. I'm guessing around here somewhere, or just in there. There must be a little pocket where they're all spawning. But remember, this was that little drop that we had. There's our farm, and this is where the villagers get pushed. And there's a little bit of a drop here, and I want to check whether or not there are any villagers. There are no villagers. Oh, there's one. Alright, so we got one. I don't think they would have gone off this far here. Nah. Nothing. Why do we only have one villager? That one nitwit villager. That's it. That's quite surprising. I feel like maybe we have to take this guy out all the way there. And then we can call that a thing. And you know what? Nitwit, you're dead. We'll see if we get another villager on our way up here. But yeah, that's very weird. I think we must be hitting like a village limit or something along those lines. But it's just a matter of me getting rid of that guy as quick as possible. Let's check. Do we have another baby in here? Yeah, we do. I can hear it. I think it's just underneath them right now. Yeah, you can kind of see it in there. Alrighty, that's good. We can get this to work now. Let's check if we can get out of here. That's the tough part. Nailed it. Alright, so I'm gonna get going on the end bit of that project, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Alright guys, this place is starting to come through really, really well, and I want to just quickly go back there. I've just come to this side of the city to get some finishing touch things for this. Come on, why can't I fly? What? If I die right now? Okay, good. What was even happening there? I don't even know what was going on, but let's go up here. So here it is here. Look at that. Look how cool it's looking out in the distance. We're gonna have to see it at morning, but in the morning, sorry. But we will go up here and check this out. Look at that. I've managed to get an odd shape on that. What? I thought the horse was on the tower. I was actually very impressed. But my impress level has dropped since that horse is not on the tower. But what I wanted to do is I came up here and I started adding in a few of these fence posts over here. I originally added oak fence, and I actually made a mistake, which I thought would work very well in making this look a little bit nicer. And what I want to do is there any creepers? No. We go up here. Let's just, oh man, what? Kill this guy before he gets me. In fact, actually, our axe is a little bit better at killing those guys than our sword. But now the problem is we're gonna have other zombies around us. Let's just eat. Make sure we don't die. And I can just finish this build off. So, I swear I could hit that. Apparently I can't. Right, we'll do that there. Maybe go down. Okay, we'll have to just do one block down if it's gonna connect like that. Let's check what that looks like. I feel like this is gonna be our thing. Yeah, just a thing down there. Hanging off the side. It might, we'll have to go out from a distance. It might not work, but it's worth a try. We'll do that and that there. And well, this is why we actually needed it to be night in any case. So go out there. Let's fly around to the city. Kind of something like what we did over here, in fact. So if we stop right around here. Yeah, I don't think I like that, but it was worth a try. It was definitely worth a try. In fact, let's just, before we get rid of those, let's sleep and get this to daytime because we don't want to be attacked again. And then I've got the last thing to show you, which is actually that I've got an entrance to this place. Because I thought, you know what, let's make an entrance. Let's do it. We can do it. We just have to think a little bit more. And what is going on with... I don't know what is happening today, but I cannot fly for the life of me. So we'll go up here, get rid of those, and then we'll go and do the entrance. And that was a very weird... I'll get those there. It's a very weird thing to get hit over there when I just landed very softly. Anyways, I don't know what's going on. Something's up. Something's definitely up. And get that, and then we'll get the last one. And there. Great. Alright, so that's the last little finishing touch that I wanted to put on. In fact, I might even just get a little bit of snow on the roof there. That could be actually something I do want. So let's grab that. Oh, we've got snow on here. Let's do that there. If I can get an ender pearl up onto that roof, we'll finish it off with a little bit of snow, and then this thing will be complete. But by the way, if you guys want to check it out, look at that. That shape we got going on there. It took a little bit of time, but we got it in the end. And that's what counts. So if we get this snow up over there, like we can't put it on these blocks here, which is sad, but we can do it over here, like that, there, on these blocks here. And I feel like it could be somewhat very patchy. So we'll do that there. And let's fly on out. In fact, I could even get rid of those blocks to make this roof work with a bit of snow on it. Although I think that works. But I could get rid of those blocks and replace them with the block below it and then just build up snow layers. Just to give it the illusion that it's got snow on it. Yeah, okay, cool. So I guess, guys, this tower is complete to some extent. I might do a few little small changes, but nothing too large. But for today, I think that will be the episode. So thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.